day is the 26th of April 1945. The world is once again at war. It has been for 6 years, yet overseas the Allied forces are closing in on Berlin. Here at Delapré, the birds were singing, and it would have seemed rather peaceful. Until... Blimey, hello. A Lancaster bomber was flying low over the Abbey. Now, it was returning home from completing a mission as part of Operation Exodus. Lancasters from 50 Squadron were flying over to Belgium, picking up POWs and then bringing them home safely. But at 4:55 p.m, Lancaster PD 339 flew over the Abbey. Its wings had already clipped a tree and now it had to bank away to avoid hitting some cooling towers. On the second turn, it is said that the tip of the wing touched the ground, causing the plane to flip, which ended up crashing near Home Farm. For the crew of Lancaster PD 339, flying so low would have been pushing their skills to the absolute limit. Lancasters were vast machines, heavy, cumbersome. One mistake, and it was fatal. The plane crashed into the ground in this area of Bracknell. It burst into flames. Local man Albert Brown dashed towards the scene. As he approached the burning wreck, he could feel the heat. He could see two men still alive, both air gunners. Despite the raging inferno and danger to himself, he pulled them out of the wreckage. For this incredible bravery, he was awarded the British Empire Medal. Now, a Lancaster bomber had a crew of 7. The captain of the aircraft, the pilot, he would have been in charge of flying the plane. And as you can imagine, he was sat right there. Standing alongside him, that's right, this fella didn't even have a seat, was the engineer. He'd have been standing throughout the action, although he did have a little fold-down stool that he could perch on for the long flights. But behind them, at a desk or wooden table, would have been the navigator, and he was there to read the maps, plot their courses, and identify their locations. At the very front of the plane, in the bubble that would become renowned for the World War II aircraft, was the bomb aimer. At the start of the bombing run, he would lower himself down into the bubble, take aim, and then release the bombs. The rest of the time, he was sat in the forward turret. Now, behind all of them, by the dome in the top of the aircraft and the 2 small windows on either side, was the wireless operator. Now, he was on the radio throughout the flight, and it was that man right there who was the furthest away from any escape point. And now we get to the gunners, who are the most separate, as you can see, from the rest of the crew. It is also worth noting that the pilot, now he was the only one with a seatbelt. Since February 1942, the Lancaster Bombers had been the spearhead of a nighttime bombing campaign on Nazi Germany.
Bombs away! There goes the cookie! Lucky.
Air crews rolled the dice with their lives every time they flew.
How many searchlights would you call them? Too many, I reckon. Yeah, they're searching for us.
With the highest casualty rate out of all of the armed forces, the statistical chance of surviving a tour of duty, which consisted of 30 missions, was very low. 125,000 men flew in Bomber Command, and 55,573 of them lost their lives.
Still the fight. Keep your eyes peeled. Yeah. They're firing at us now. Firing up, Jimmy. Hold up. Where is he, rear gunner? Can you see him? Down! Down! He's chopped down! He's chopped down. Did you shoot him down? Yeah, he's got him, boy. Right in the middle. Bloody good. Bloody good. Right about, keep waving. There's some slack coming at me.
Now today we are so used to seeing in films scenes of people clambering out of planes that are plummeting to the earth, but the truth in real life is somewhat different. Once a plane is out of control, the G-forces, they're so strong, the crew inside would have been pinned to their positions, unable to move, unable to escape. Now, once a Lancaster bomber was hit, it is believed that the crew inside would have had 10 seconds to escape while the pilot was still in control. So today I am here in a real Lancaster bomber, the lovely Just Jane up at East Kirkby, and I'm going to see how long it takes me to escape the rear gun turret if I needed to bail out in action. So, let's follow me in.
Hurry up, Jimmy, hold up. That's a bit close.
I think we've been hit personally.
Yeah, lose a bit of height.
Yeah.
The plane starts going down, so first of all I have to open these two doors here, clamber out, get my parachute and attach it to my chest, keep moving, open these two doors, clamber out of here as well. The whole time the plane is losing control, the G-forces are getting stronger and stronger. I spin around, I clamber off here, get to this door, push it open and dive out. Throughout the war, Bomber Command had 32 non-British squadrons from all over the world. They had volunteers from the Caribbean and Africa serving side by side in the British squadrons. The RAF is a really important success story for integration and acceptance. Over 500 volunteers flew in the RAF and Bomber Command from the Caribbean and West Africa. They all fought together for their countries and for freedom. At airfields up and down the country, beds were being left empty. Our story at Delapré shows the level of risk all men who flew during the Second World War undertook on a daily basis. The threat of death was never far away. And for the 5 men who lost their lives at 4:55 p.m. on the 26th of April in the Delapré grounds, we can only imagine what they went through. They were all volunteers who risked everything to bring their fellow comrades home.